Hello, my name is Charlie. I'm a second year politics and international relations student studying political geography. The article that I've chosen to present on relates to a few areas of the course, such as international borders and boundaries, or making of the state. However, I would like to focus on the central issue within the article, which is migration. The article that I chose to reply to was written by Maya Goodfellow for the Guardian newspaper. It was published on the 29th of December 2022. The article is an opinion piece on the Labour Party's migration policy, as outlined by Keir Starmer on December 8th at the Labour Party Business Conference in Canary Wharf, London. In the article, Goodfellow is exceptionally critical of Labour's position, demanding more ambitious and progressive policy. On the slide, I've attached a few quotes from the article which highlight her position. A few key areas surrounding the topic must be addressed for context. Firstly, it is essential to note that the British public has been highly concerned about immigration in recent years. Blinder notes the significance of public negativity, while Goodwin and Malazzo note its impact on the Brexit vote. However, the Labour Party is extremely far ahead in the polls and expected to win a significant majority in the next election. The graph on the left highlights that two-thirds of Britons believe that the Labour Party will win the next general election. This is why Goodfellow believes that Labour can enact a more progressive immigration policy and still win. Thirdly, it is important to mention the Rwanda deportation scheme that the government has attempted to enforce, which, as Sen et al. Note, would be extremely cruel and is also negatively perceived by the public. Goodfellow notes that Starmer is committed to ending this. However, she believes that Labour must go further. The module provides us with some key ideas relating to the article. Firstly, Sachs' theory of territoriality is crucial for understanding as it relates to the government's need to exert control over the country. The article shows this through migration controls by both the current government and the Labour prospects. Carla and Waller further this understanding by concluding that globalisation has increased the desire for governments to exert their control in recent years. Secondly, the module helps us to sympathise from the perspective of migrants by highlighting the many different reasons for migration. Ritchie outlines a few of these, such as war, natural disasters, and political persecution. Often the reasons for migration are overlooked or excluded in the media, and they help us to more thoroughly appreciate why individuals move. Moreover, the module places a spotlight on the dangers faced by migrants during their journeys. Donnelly and Hagen explore this through the experiences of migrants crossing the US-Mexico border. The danger that migrants risk shows the extent to which they are willing to change their current circumstances and proves their desperation. In recognizing these factors, the module helps us to sympathize with a more open migration policy and the perspective given by Goodfellow. The article also helps aid our understanding of migration as a topic. Goodfellow's article introduces a liberal egalitarian argument that individuals should not be limited by where they are born. Cairns uses Rawls' veil of ignorance theory to justify open borders, as individuals would not want restrictions on movement in a situation in which they do not have prior knowledge of which country they be born in, due to global inequality. Bader furthers this argument by stating that free mobility is an inherent moral principle and should therefore be considered a basic human right. The article also highlights how the unfairly hostile rhetoric on migration in the media and politics affects our opinions. D'Amato and Lucarelli note its prominence in European press in recent years, and a correlation with the anti-migration sentiment, while O'Doherty and Lecute signify how this has led to the dehumanization of migrants and generalizes their existence. In the letter that I wrote, I was extremely supportive of Goodfellow's article. I praised her efforts to hold our politicians to account, as well as her argument for more humane migration policies. In my preparation for this assignment, I read many articles from different news sources and found that they lacked the sympathetic outlook given by Goodfellow. While I replied to some, I found it more effective to present on Goodfellow's argument, as she offers something that is underrepresented in the media at the moment. In studying this topic and the article, I have noticed a few key factors that I would like to conclude with. Firstly, migration has become overly politicized. I found this in particular when studying articles from traditionally right-wing media sources. Indeed, Hutler and Creasy note the impact of the right on making migration an issue of politics. Instead, we need to consider the issue on a more personal and individual level to more effectively determine our policy. Secondly, we need to have a more rounded understanding of the reasons for migration. Pittaway et al. Note the importance of listening to migrants in order to recognise their hardships. These are often excluded from the media and form an important part in deciding what policy is best. Finally, different theories, such as Rawls' veil of ignorance, should be used to re-evaluate the ethics of border policies, considering what right we have to prevent people from entering. We need to question the impacts of inequality and luck in our societies and how these relate to migration. Thank you.